YouTube fam? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Nicole. My channel is all about home DIY projects, different DIY projects, everything from home improvement down to fashion and beauty, those types of things. But in today's video, this is a home improvement, home DIY type of video. As you can see from the description, the title, we are doing a affordable DIY sofa makeover. So if you have a sofa, sometimes we get tired of it, but sofas are so expensive. This is an easy way, an affordable way to just kind of revamp it, make it over. So I bought some modern sofa legs. There can be legs for different things, tables, etc. But I'm using it for my sofas to just give it more of a modern look. It's going to lift the sofas up a bit off the ground, give it more of a spacious look in the living room, more of a luxurious, elevated type of look. I saw these legs on Amazon. That's where I purchased them. And I didn't really see any instructional videos in the product link to help me to see how easy it would be to put them on. So what I did was wanted to record this video. I couldn't really find a lot on YouTube to show me. So I'm like, let me do this to show other people. But yeah, the sofa legs, the original sofa legs are short and stumpy, and I just wanted a new look without having to buy a whole new sofa set. I am considering also buying some sofa covers to change the color and the texture of the sofa, or temporarily. But in this video, it's strictly showing you guys how you can elevate your sofa simply by changing the legs. They have so many different types of legs on Amazon. I even saw like these clear ones, and if I had like a clear aesthetic, or if I changed my aesthetic to like clear, I think that would be super cute. But because there's nothing clear in the living room right now, I'm like, it just doesn't make sense. So I got some light wooden ones that kind of match the boho. Can't see it right now. The boho light fixture that I made, the DIY one. The DIY one, I'll link it above so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But these legs match that, and it's in the living room. It also matches my dining room table legs, and then the floor that's in the dining room, which is right next to it. So yeah, shout out to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I love you. Thank you so much for helping me grow in this YouTube journey. Hopefully this video is helpful, or just gives you ideas of how you can easily upgrade furniture in your house. I mean, if it's a table, like a little coffee table, you can do this method. An ottoman, possibly even your bed frame, depending on how it's created. But super easy, super affordable. I spent $42 to get 2 packs, which is 8 legs. Definitely want to check the weight requirements or the weight capability of the legs. The link tells you for this product in particular, per leg, how much weight it holds. So that's something important to note. I wasn't sure if these will be sturdy enough, but worked out perfectly. I got the 6 or 8 inch, but I'll link it in the description so you know exactly which one I got. I don't want to talk too much longer. But here it is, DIY sofa makeover. Make sure you hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. Let's get into it. Okay, so this is my living room. Here is the original sofa and the short little stubby legs. It sits low to the ground. Very, kind of outdated. Okay, so first thing I did was take all of the pillows off the couch and flip the couch over so I could see the old legs and just have access to them. I'm going to show you guys the legs that I ordered. It's this neutral wooden tone. It matches the boho DIY lampshade I made for the living room. I'll link that in case you haven't seen it. It also matches my dining room table and dining room floors that's right next to the living room. Okay, so that's the leg. This is all the hardware. It comes with everything that you need except for the screwdriver. It has these 3 holes. So my original legs had 2 holes. So you kind of have to make your own. You don't need to drill them. You can just power drill the screws in, especially if your wood is, like the wood I have. It was very easy to just drill the new hardware onto the couch and drill the new holes. Here's everything. I kind of just laid it out per leg. Power drill is so necessary for this because it just makes the process so much quicker. So I'm just power drilling the old legs off. There's two, like I said, 2 screws on each old leg. For the most part, the power drill made these screws come off super easy. There was one old leg that took forever to come off because it looked like the screw was stripped a bit, and I'm assuming that just came from whoever put it together originally. But that's the only hard or difficult part of this process, was if there's a stripped screw and it's hard to come off. But other than that, super easy, super quick process. So easy and affordable just to have this, such a different look. Okay, so here is where I'm putting the new hardware. So obviously you want to try to line up the hardware so it's even on, every side of the, for all 4 legs. But what I'm doing here, I learned my lesson with the first couch. I had to cut out the padding. So there's padding right here, but with this hardware, you want to attach it directly to the wood and not to any padding, because once you're screwing the screws in, the screws get wrapped up in this padding and it doesn't go in as secure. So I tried this on the first couch that I did, and then once I put the couch down to sit on, the leg pretty much came off. So you want to make sure that if you have any padding underneath your sofa, remove it or move it out the way so you can screw the hardware directly onto the wood. So this is where I'm placing it. And it's okay that I cut the bottom. You're not really going to see it at all. Nothing's hanging, but I just definitely have to get the padding out of the way. And pretty much just holding the hardware in place to screw on the first screw. Boom, that's on. And then I'm just going to do the other 2. And y'all, if y'all happen to see my nails, I did break 2 nails in this process. You can see one right there. And the funny thing is, I didn't even feel when it broke. I just happened to look down and see the piece of nail on the floor, and I was just like, wow. So right here, I accidentally screwed it into the fabric a little bit, which I did not want. I want this to be super secure. So I'm just undrilling this a bit, taking the screw out and just moving the fabric out of the way so I can just screw it again directly onto the wood. It's just for a more secure fit and to ensure that the legs actually stay on and hold strong and hold whatever weight that you put onto the sofa, also to sustain when you're moving your furniture around, because that's what happened before when I didn't move the fabric and the stuffing out of the way. It didn't allow for a secure leg. I'm going to get a little bit closer up so you guys can see just the details. It's pretty self-explanatory, but because this is a tutorial, I want to just show you guys, if you do decide to buy these legs or buy some other legs, just making sure that you put the hardware on as secure as possible. See, it kind of got caught onto the fabric again. That's the only difficult part, is just making sure that you have enough space where there's no filling padding or fabric. So I just had to unscrew that again, make sure I move everything else out of the way. And that's again why I recommend using a power drill, because trying to manually do this with a screwdriver is just going to be difficult. But yeah, we're all tight, we're all in, and you just screw this into the little hole. You want to make sure that you twist it tight and secure. I did have an issue with one other leg where I tightened it too much and I needed to remove it. I just used some pliers for that to remove the leg from this hardware. However, just make sure you have it secure. And then because these are slanted, you want to make sure that they're pointing outward once you're finished turning it, so that it gives you that slant effect. and it's not looking weird, or you just want to make sure all 4 legs are leaning out like they should be. And then the last step after you put the legs on is this little base piece. So obviously if your sofa on floors, it won't scratch the surface. I'm on carpet, but I still put them on anyway. Okay, so we're gonna just put the sofa back down and let's look at the final reveal. Put the pillows back on and everything, of course. My little rug. And these are the new legs. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. I think it elevates the space so much. I hope you can see the height difference. You should be able to. I'm gonna put a picture in here so you can see the final look of the living room, but it's so much more elevated. It gives a more modern, luxurious look for only $40.